It's always something. How are y'all tonight? We're a little later than usual, but I have a huge haul here and pictures took me longer than I was expecting. We're gonna jump right into this haul because like I said, I've got a ton of things. Items are already live up on my website. I've dropped the collection in the comments. Upcycledbybri.com. Collection is Shop the Haul. Now, if y'all see something you like, go ahead and grab it. Don't just leave it in your cart. If you see something else you like and order again, I will combine those orders down and refund shipping as much as possible. But I have some things that I feel like are going to go fast, so don't hesitate. I have comments, excuse me, pulled up right over here, so as you hop on, say hello and let me know where you're watching from. I got Janine is on here, Teresa's on. All right, let's start off with a couple of my favorite things. So I went to God's Storehouse, which is a thrift store local here to Topeka, and they've got great prices and they always have a huge selection. Now the shelves were kind of bare right when I got there, but they were bringing things out as I was shopping. So my cart, I started off with a small one and it got fuller and fuller. Sue Davis is on, hello. Stephanie's on, hey friends. Okay, so first up is this brass statue. She is gorgeous, and I'm thinking for Christmas, the Christmas season coming up, she would make a beautiful centerpiece or addition to a vignette. Now, it does look like at some point there was something on the top. There was a little bit of threading, probably some kind of dish. So if y'all wanted to add something to the top of her, it would be a really cool project, but I think she's neat just the way she is. Now, I did pay $10 for her, so I paid up a little bit, and I have her listed at $39.95. But she is big and heavy and definitely weapon grade, if you catch that reference. Got a cute little tush showing, right, and some beautiful scroll detail. This would look really pretty painted too, but y'all know I'm not going to paint it. Happy Picker is on. Hello, Lori. How are you? Y'all, if you like junkin', go follow the Happy Picker when we were down on this live stream, because she is local here to Topeka. She works in the antique mall where I have my booth, and she just started her channel, and I'm excited she's on. All right, I have these. Now, when there are only a couple of arms, are they still called candelabras? Or is this something different? Because I know when they have an extension on each side, they're a candelabra. I listed them as candelabras. And I've got two, they are listed separately though. I paid $5 each and they are $26.95 each. And I'm gonna go through there and like use my heat gun and get all the old gross wax out before I ship them. Sherry's on and Carolyn. Hey, Miss Sarah. Now these do have some good tarnish on them, which I will leave. Very, very pretty, and they've got a felted bottom. I'll run my lint roller over the top of those. They're very pretty. I don't usually pick things up like this, but for some reason, they were calling me. And again, for Christmas, I think sterling silver and pewter and stuff, I really love them for Christmas time. I don't use it as much in the summer and the fall. This is fun. So this is kind of boho. Like I said, I have an eclectic haul tonight. Little boho, little French country, little cottage, little farmhouse. This would make a great piece of wall decor. It would look really good in a basket wall. Make a good basket wall addition. I paid $3 for it and I have it listed at $14.95. It's in really good condition, no big breaks. I have a feeling it's been a lot of money. What are you talking about, Teresa? Stephanie says she has two weird candle holders like this, but they were for hanging. I'm going to try and do something for outside with them. I bet they're pretty. Hanging, I like things that hang on the wall. In fact, I have a few. Let's look at those. This wall hanging planter. So it had like its original, probably Hobby Lobby, made in China finish. Looks like it was on sale for $5 somewhere. Somebody probably had it outside because now it's got some great rust patina. But then somebody hand painted some flowers on it. And that caught my eye. Now when I first picked it up, I was thinking I would paint it. And then the more I looked at it, I decided I wasn't. I'll go through and get all the stickers off of it It looks like they had some sticky stuff to hang it. I'll get all that off before I ship it out and clean it up, but I'm going to leave it as is. Oh, Teresa said she's about to spend a lot of money. She's doing a talk to text. Girl, you go spend. I have your order from last week shipping out tomorrow morning too, so I can probably just get them all in one big box. We'll see. And I have this up at $18.95. I paid $2.50, so a heck of a deal. I got some really, really good finds this day. So at this specific thrift store, they bring things out in like totes, and they'll bring everything out and they shove them under the clothes racks, and then the workers come out and pull one tote out at a time and fill the shelves. Well, I'm very respectful and I'm very careful, but what I do is I go around the clothes racks and I look underneath and I pull the totes out and I dig through those before anybody else even touches them. Now, a couple people saw me this time and like picked up my little secret, so they might start doing it, but it's okay. I'm not that special, right? Everybody gets the same privileges probably. This is a really cute wall hanging envelope. Again, I got a lot of hanging things. I paid $2 for this, but it has that like raised tin design, so it's going to look really good painted and waxed. Aw, Bri has the best looking booth in the antique mall. Lori, stop. That's really sweet of you. There's some beautiful booths in our mall. I need to do a booth video soon. Next week I'll get in there. I want to pull out fall and get Christmas in now that it's October. I know it's crazy, but booth video is coming up. $12.95 on this. I paid $2. And it will be painted. Everything that I'm going to paint, I go ahead and list them up on my website. That way y'all can shop if you want. But I do list it to be painted. And then after I paint it, I'll go update the listings later this week, if they don't sell. I got these 2 keys. These are heavy. Again, these would be really pretty painted and distressed back. I'm going to leave them as is, and I'll let y'all decide if you want to do that. I paid $2.50 each, and they're $12.95 each on my site. So if you do want to paint them, they're still a reasonable price. You could paint and resell them even at that price. I don't think they're cast iron necessarily, but they are some heavy, heavy metal. And they just look really good in a vignette or even hanging on the wall. And again, weapon grade. Someone beat you to the keys, Teresa. I can't even tell who's shopping. I have my notifications turned off, or this will just keep dinging. Laura Lee loves the coal bucket. Let's look at that next. So I paid up on this a little bit. They had rolled out they've got like big old laundry baskets, you know what I mean? Almost like a Goodwill bin, right? They have those too. And all of these baskets and this and some of the bigger items. And so I was just standing by the cart as the girls were pulling things out. And when it was in their hand, I was like, what's that? How much is that? What's that one? And they just started handing me the things. They probably liked it because they didn't have to stock the shelves. So this has got some great patina in it. There's holes in the bottom. I imagine somebody may have used it for a planter already. Little remnants of dirt in there. I staged it up with some pumpkins on my website. So cute for fall. And then with some birch logs for winter. Awesome. It's still got the handle on the end. I paid up, like I said, a little bit, $6.50 on this. And I think I have it up at $39.95. I forgot my little piece of tape with my price. But I always grab those 2 buckets when I see them. They sell well locally and on my site too. Crafting It Up in Creations got the keys. Stephanie said things go fast. Stephanie, girlfriend, I wasn't lying. If you see something you like, just grab it. I'll refund y'all's shipping. I promise. If y'all need a direct or a specific link, let me know too. Okay, let's switch up and do a couple baskets real quick. $29.95 on the coal bucket. Heck of a deal. Okay, 50 cents on this little weirdo. Y'all know I love critters, and y'all know I love baskets. So whenever I see critter-shaped baskets, I get them. But I didn't know. It's like, what is this? I think it's a bunny, right? Are these its ears, like, pulled back? So stinking cute. But I really like the little half-moon shape of the basket as well. Made in China, $8.95. Adorable. I couldn't pass it for 50 cents. I don't need a bunch of baskets, but I just don't care anymore. I have a basket problem. This one, Great skipping basket. Again, if you can catch that reference. Looks really, really good with flowers in it. This would be really pretty with some mums for fall, or some holly for the Christmas season. $1.50 on this one, and it is $14.95. Again, just loving this like scooped shape on the baskets right now for some reason. Hey Rebecca, how are you? I'm glad you could catch me live. We already have 33 people on. I'm glad y'all are on tonight. I was wondering if a Sunday evening live would do well. I just dropped the collection again in case you're just hopping on and want to shop along. So this was Antique Mall buys. I did got Storehouse, and then I got just a couple things at the Antique Mall. These were in the dollar bucket in my favorite little booth there at the Antique Mall. Love the dark wood and black. And these are already weathered. I think they've been outside a little bit. So I would put them outside with mums in them specifically. Great for Halloween too. $1 a piece is what I paid, and I have them up at only $8.95. They're smaller. They've got some patina, but I couldn't leave them behind at $1 a piece. I'm gonna move my iPad forward a little bit here so I'm not. I'm not looking to the side so much. I have so much stuff. This is the biggest haul I've done in a long time for sure. Okay, 2 more wall planters, and if we have time tonight, I'd like to paint one of these at least. They were together up on the top shelf. $4.50 is the sticker that was on this one. And since they were together, they went ahead and sold them to me together. So we're gonna do some fun paint, and then I was thinking a transfer. Y'all don't see me use those a ton, but I have some to use that I really want to. I was thinking black paint and this transfer on it. So we will see. Yes, Sue says it's from Southern Living at Home. Nailed it, Sue. They're pretty, and you know what? I would have left them as is, except for they are super scratched. But I love the black and gold. Another basket here. This one's really good. I am going to hit all of these tomorrow. I'm going to pull the air compressor out and hit them all with the compressed air to clean them off. That's the easiest way to clean these baskets, I promise. This one, gorgeous, gorgeous. I love how it looks like it kind of has like a sun with rays going through it. Very pretty. Hanging wall basket. I have it up at $22.95 and it was $2.75. Uh-oh, Teresa doesn't see the baskets. I might have forgot to make them active. If that's the case, I'll have to wait till I'm off. Small, they're listed as small weathered apple baskets, Teresa. I might have forgot to put them in the haul collection. But if y'all are interested, small weathered apple basket. They are up though. Thank you, hon. Maybe Teresa's so helpful. I should probably just give her access to my whole website to help me. That's okay, Teresa. Thanks for helping. I appreciate it, because I listed over, I think, 40 things today, so sometimes things get a little confused. But again, $22.95 on this. I paid $2.75. That little pretty scooped shape. It's got the fun ring on the top. It'll hang flat against the wall. Love that. I think that one usually has a couple more that's like large, medium, and small, but I only found that one. I should probably keep this one. I have sold off most of my wall baskets because they were more boho style, and I'm not doing so much boho in this house, but this one would be great for a farmhouse basket wall. I paid $3, so paid up just a little bit. It's up at $22.95, but look, it's the perfect color. Look at that design, and then look how it's put together. That's a really, really, really good quality basket. No breaks, no stains. If it doesn't sell by tomorrow evening, I'm gonna keep it. I paid $3, $22.95. Another good basket. This one's more tray style. $3 I paid, again $22.95 listed. It's a little wonky, but I think if you especially if you got it wet, and then put it in the sun and put some really heavy stuff on it. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow and unwonky it, make a quick little short reel on it, teach you guys how. But I kind of like the wonkiness, and then if you're going to use it on a basketball, it doesn't matter anyway. Excuse me. Okay, let's do a piece of metal. This is a fun copper piece. Teresa was trying to shop quickly and someone's asking for a bedtime story. Teresa girl, you go get that bedtime story taken care of and catch the replay. There should be plenty of junk left by the time you get back. Or maybe you can make up a story about the junk as you scroll. I don't know. I got this because it has a cat. I've definitely got my cat lovers. It says welcome friends. Y'all know how I feel about the word friends. I paid $1.50 and it's up at $14.95. And that's a good size. People are loving the baskets. That's why I keep buying them. I used to feel bad about buying so many baskets, and I quit feeling bad. The fun metal finial here. I think originally it was green, and somebody did a paint job on it. They did a good job. I'm going to leave it. $3 is what I paid. It's up at $12.95. These are great in a vignette, but they're also really good paperweights. It's a little French country-esque. A steamer. What's a steamer? You think it was a steaming basket? I'm not sure. It might have been. This one I grabbed for 50 cents. I am going to attach it. I think I'm going to paint it. I don't know exactly. I want to get rid of the red, I'm pretty sure. But I'm going to attach it to the pizza board I have listed up on my site already. I did one of these as a DIY before, and it was popular. So I've had that pizza board for a few weeks. And, yeah, Teresa, I'll combine them down as much as I can for you. Thank you very much. But I've had that pizza board for a couple weeks, and I needed a basket, and I found one. Oh, Stephanie says use a steamer to unwonky the basket. Sorry, that makes sense. It's late on a Sunday. Like, this is Slap Happy Sunday Thrift Haul. That's what we'll call Sunday hauls. Metal industrial. Industrial-esque. It's really just office supplies, but it felt industrial. I got these for $3. They were $1 a piece. They've got some good vintage patina on them. If they don't sell, I'm going to end up using them. I really need to get my office space more organized here. I don't know. I can't figure it out. My paperwork is everywhere and it's driving me nuts. But I did put those up at $14.95 for the set of 3. And this, okay, what is Loft? Loft is that a men's dress clothes store? I don't know. I think this is a tie holder, right? It says Loft 1958. But I thought it would be really cool for all kinds of things. You could hang it in the kitchen and hang your little cooking utensils from it. You could hang it over a piece of furniture and hang some dried like herbs and flowers from it. Of course, paint it up if you want, but I loved the industrial vibe of it. And this is $12.95. This actually I got with Sammy when I was thrifting at Savers for $3. So cute. Okay, we still got a lot left, so I'm going to speed through some of this just a little bit so I don't bore y'all too much. This, a very farmhouse planter. Probably, I mean, it's modern, but it's got a good vintage feel. Some of the paint is scratched off. I liked the wood, the chicken wire, and then like the metal galvanized combo on it. I only paid $2.50 for it, and it is $14.95. I staged it up with some bottles, like amber bottles. So pretty. Ooh, this organizer caught my eye too. Now, y'all, I know it's a little early, but for resellers, New Year's, so after Christmas, when we move into January, it's like, what do we sell now? Organizing things, baskets, planners, things like that sell really, really well because everybody wants to get their life together. So I picked that one up for $1. I can tell by the sticker and stuff on the back of it that it's older, and it's $12.95. But you got a cork board, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hooks, and 2 mail slots. And a great industrial feel to that one. Again, I might keep that. I I might pull that and keep it. I kind of bought it intentionally to keep. I have so much stuff and I just don't know what to do yet, so I figured I'd sell it until I know what I want. Okay, these are the things I'm keeping, so these are not up. Tiny brass pitcher, very cute, made in India. Napco ware. I grabbed this made in India brass like hammered bracelet with a knot in it. I found that at the thrift store. It's hard for me to find good vintage jewelry here in Topeka, but I loved that, so I'm keeping that. Janine loves the organizer. Isn't that cute? Just, I don't usually buy office supplies like that. I checked a different part of the thrift store. Like, I walked all around it this time into a couple spots I don't think I'd ever been before. And they were just random things. Okay, I'm keeping this too. It's a little miniature, and it's a duck iron that sits on an iron trivet. And that's for my miniature shelf up there. And then 2 glass pieces that I don't need that I'm keeping. 4 ounces of honey and this adorable little bud vase. So those are my keeps for the week. I hit a container full of miniatures under the clothing rack. I grabbed these 2 brass trivets. They were $1.50 each. I'm selling them as a pair for $12.95. Again, great for wall decor, or you could actually use them as a trivet. Oh, Stephanie has brass made in India from her dad. Yes, I love my brass. Oh, Teresa, that'd be great. She said she'd watch for brass jewelry for me. Please do, and turquoise. I'm having a hard time finding any turquoise in Topeka. Oh, and yes, please remember to hit the thumbs up button. I appreciate that. These little adorable miniature wicker, they're not baskets. They're not trivets. They're just decor. They had like an ugly green ribbon laced through them, so that's probably why a lot of people passed on them. They were $1.50. I have them up individually in case you just want one for your basket wall. I believe they are $3 or $4.95 each. Super cute. This cottage basket, again, that banana boat shape always sells well for me. It is $12.95 and I paid $2. Yeah, Teresa, that would be great. I figured you could probably find turquoise down in Florida. I want mostly rings. I could message you my sizes later, and bracelets. But of course rings can be adjusted too. Tiny quail basket. 50 cents I paid. $4.95 I believe is what it's listed as. They look like doilies, right, Maria? That's what I was thinking. These little baskets, these little wicker baskets look like doilies, but they're definitely wicker. Or rattan, or whatever that material's called. Okay, let's look at a few miniatures. Beautiful blue and white ceramic cat. There was no markings on it. It was $3, which is way too much. But I grabbed it and it's up at $12.95. It's the blue and white. I've been drawn to the blue and white. I don't decorate with it, so I don't know why. 50 cents for the bunny. It's up at $4.95. He has got some marks and scratches from being thrown around in that bucket, so I'm going to take my magic eraser to those little markings and he'll come right off. Hey Shannon, I'm happy you caught me live too, darling. I'm tired, obviously. I am just showing the end of my haul and then we're going to do a little painting. That was doll and darling combined. These little random, I never buy these kind of things. Made in Japan, that's probably what got me. Somebody wrote on them though, Bertha 1978, it looks like they were gifted to each other. They've got some like numbers on them. This one I looked up, it's actually a pin cushion, so that's super cute. Do I have any boho sewing friends? There's a piece of tape on it that says Helen. Not sure why. It was maybe Helen's. I don't know. They just really caught my eye. They were $2.50 each, and I have the set. I put them up as a set at $12.95. I don't know. I never pick up dolls. They're cute. Okay, moving on. It was just random. I think I just wanted to shop. This came from the antique mall, a beautiful duck, and the person who signed it is Maria Mallard, so perfect, or maybe that's the duck's name, I don't know. It does look like its head got glued back on at some point. Maybe it fell off a shelf, but you can hardly tell. And $3 is what it was marked. It's hand carved, and it's only $12.95 since it's got that little crack in it, but again, you can't tell. And up on a shelf on top of some books, you really wouldn't be able to tell. But I didn't want this little hand carved cutie to not have a new home. It's definitely the duck's name, Maria Mallard. I love it. Anything with a name gets my attention. Oh, these are fun. Look at these lotto numbers. Or not lotto, bingo numbers. Just little tiny wood rounds. I have them staged up in the pictures in these jars. The listing says the jars are not included, but just an idea for y'all to stage. How pretty are they? I like the noises they make when they hit each other. I don't know, something about numbered things always grabs my attention, but I thought these would be fun for a DIY or just for staging. So I grabbed them. They were 75 cents. They are older. The packaging was vintage. I have them up at $14.95. And if y'all grab these, let me know what you think you're going to do with them. I'll be interested to see. If not, I'm going to use them for staging. This little tray, I wonder if this was for food at some point. Not really sure. I went ahead and grabbed it. 50 cents is what I paid. I have it up at $8.95. And I thought it would just be the perfect little trinket tray. Very low-key. It's got 2 tones of wood in it. But keys, coins, whatever. I'm going to hit it with some hemp oil before I ship it out. Hey, Michelle. How are you, darling? I'm just finishing up my huge thrift haul for the week. We're going to do a little painting. I'm flying through this haul. I'm doing a good job not getting caught up on details. So this was also in the big, huge laundry cart type bin they were rolling out with all the baskets. Not a big fan of the color or even the saying necessarily. It's kind of like 5 years ago, whatever. But this was only $3. This huge piece of wood. If you are a wood sign maker or you just know, drop me a comment. How much is a 24-inch wood round going for right now? Miss Shell is watching me and the Chiefs simultaneously. That is some talent. Go Chiefs. So this has little felts on it. I'll take those off. I'm probably going to put the handles back on, but it's definitely getting a paint job and a stencil or a new transfer or something. Teresa thought about the tray for the resin, but she held back. Yeah, it's probably maybe a little higher priced than you could use for resale, but it's huge. Dang, Tiffany said you'd pay $40 for a wood round this big. Now, is that plain? Or is that like one that's already done with like some fun design on it? That's crazy. Okay, I always pick up spoons. Always, always. This time I picked up forks. I didn't find any spoons, but I found all the forks. We're going to see how they sell. Maybe y'all want to throw a fork in with your spoons. I did put these 3 up as a set because I loved the colors and the shapes together. Paid $2.50 altogether for them, and they're up at $6.95. $40 plain for that wood round. That's wild. I think that's what I have it up on my site now, to be painted and stenciled. Teresa made a huge Lazy Susan. I know. I was thinking I might buy a Lazy Susan part for it if it doesn't sell as a tray. Then I've got this fork up. I paid $1 for it. I think it's up at $2.95 or $3.95. I love that dark wood. And this little strawberry spoon. How cute is that? It was $1. And I believe it's $3.95. I forgot my tape on some of these things. So again, y'all, I just went nuts. I got all kinds of stuff. This fun scoop basket. $1.50 is what I paid. And it is up at $10.95. Oh, Teresa already bought the forks and the dark wood one. I knew somebody was going to want the forks. So if y'all are resellers, buy spoons and forks. This would hang from the wall, or it can sit on a vignette. Not super crazy about this like bright orange wicker wood color normally, but I thought for upcoming fall, or for fall and upcoming Halloween, it might work. Oh, I have 2 dark forks listed. Teresa, you are just on it, girlfriend. Let me fix that real quick. Because I've only got 1 to sell. Thank you, darling. I'll delete that one. Cool. Fixed. How do you catch all of my errors? You're the QA person. That's funny. Quality control. Okay, I have got some good responses on this just from my quick little reel I did. So this is a set of 4 bowls, small salad bowls, and then 1 big salad bowl. They are genuine teak wood. I looked them up online. Now these do have some imperfections. I really like the way they look for staging, just the way they are. You could also, though, I do believe, just hit them with some hemp oil if you wanted to refresh them. I'm not going to mess with them. I love the old aged wood look. I paid $8 for them, and I believe they're up at $39.95. So I did pay up a little bit, but they're gorgeous. Quality assurance specialist. Love it. She said she'd build me. Look at this little cutie. Look at his eyeballs. His eyeballs got me. He was $2. He was probably too much. I have him up at $8.95 though, because I know somebody has a Scotty dog that watches me. Janine says they're perfect. Yes, they are. That's what I thought. That wood patina is perfect. If nobody else can like them and appreciate them, I'll just end up keeping them. I've got rid of so much stuff lately that I can afford to keep a few things. I've got the room for it too. All right, this little chicken, he was a part of a salt and pepper shaker. He is only pepper. He was $1.50. I think I have him up at $4.95, but I just love his colors, his vintage vibe. He was made in Japan. He's got a cork left in him, but I don't think that cork is going to come out in one piece. You could try. If you want to use him, that's up to you. Oh, I found 4 birds. These were 50 cents each. I listed them up as a set to be painted. Sorry, I didn't mean to flip y'all off there. To be painted. And they're $14.95. How cute are they? They're cute just like this, but I want to paint them all up to match. So they go as a set, and I think, oh, that one's missing a beak. It's right here. Darn it. Well, I might either glue him on or paper clay, or it might become a set of 3 at $12.95. They're little resin guys. Oh, did I just do that? I might have just done that. That's why I don't do live hauls at 7:30 at night. Owl salt and pepper shakers, 50 cents each. I have them up at only $9.95. And they both still have their little stoppers in them. So they're definitely in usable condition. Perfect for fall and for my owl lovers. I'm going to put my little bird and his beak over here so I don't lose him. And I can fix him. I can glue it right back on. Tiny mini milk can, 50 cents is what I paid. I have it up at $4.95. It's got a great paint and finish on it. It looks like somebody painted over the galvanized, and they did a really good job. So cute on tiered tray displays. Okay, that's it. That was a lot of junk. I listed a few personal things too, so y'all make sure to go check out the collection if you haven't. I listed some of my personal brass animals. There's a swan up and a few ducks and a quail. I listed a couple of blankets. So be sure to go check that out. But for now, we're going to do a little painting. I'm going to tilt my camera down just a touch because my table is already up very high. All right, Teresa, Bye, darling. Thanks for hopping on and being quality assurance. I appreciate you. Have a great evening. And I will get your package out tomorrow morning. Okay. So these Southern Living at Home planters, they're already listed to be painted. So if y'all like what I'm doing, you can grab them. Now, I'm thinking we're going to use, I want to use this red one on here, and then either a small piece of this, or I've got some smaller of the same kind of style that I can put on that one, but we'll work on this big one today. So, should we do black? Or I was also thinking letterpress gray, because the words are gray, but they've got the black outline on them, so I think they'll still show up. Black or gray? Black or gray? Comment below. I use DIY paint. If you're new here, it is a clay-based paint, and the great thing about it is it sticks to almost everything. So it's going to do a good job sticking to this metal. Stephanie says gray. All right, she was the first one to answer. We're going gray. And she says she loves the look of the transfers. I do too, Stephanie. I don't use them a lot, y'all, because I don't sell them. There is somebody else here locally that has my territory for IOD. So I'm not able to retail them, which is a crappy thing. I wish I could. But a ton of my friends do. In fact, Jackie from Ruth and Ruby sent me over this transfer. Oh, good. Everybody's saying gray. That was my first choice. So I'm glad y'all agree. All right. Letterpress gray is a good medium gray. There's a color in the line that is lighter, and there's a color that's darker as well. Oops. This is a good medium. I'm going to dip right into my container here because I don't have very much paint left. But generally, I do pour out into something else. And you know what? I didn't even clean this, but it's not very dirty. So we're just going to go right over what I have. And I'm going to show you how good the paint will stick. Sometimes I clean my things before I slap paint on them if they're really, really gross. Or if I think the paint's not going to stick. But this is almost like a porousy metal. It's got a little bit of a tooth to it. Hey Becky, how are you? You'll have to catch the replay for the haul, Becky. I'm already done with that. I went through pretty quick tonight because it was big. And now we're going to do a little painting and a little bit of transfer. Stephanie asked, how do you know if there's an opening around you for IOD? So if you go to IOD's website, you can go to apply to become a retailer, Stephanie, and that's how you'll find out. Like, I put the whole application in, and then I was sent back an email saying that somebody already had my territory, unfortunately. So I don't know exactly how big the territories are. I imagine you could also go to the IOD Finder retailer and like search your area. But you could probably just directly email them too, I would imagine. You can find their email, I'm sure, on their website. And maybe just shoot them over an email, say I'd be interested, but I just want to know if my territory's taken. Maybe try that. I haven't worked with the IOD sisters a lot, or at all, really, because I'm not a retailer. I just follow them. I just got paint on my mouth. Oh, y'all, it's late. This is late for me. I go to bed at like 9 o'clock, which is pretty late. Sometimes it's earlier than that. But Teresa messaged me. She's like, no live haul this weekend? And I was like, okay, yes, there is. I was still taking pictures. It was like 5 o'clock. Yes, let's do it. I missed y'all anyway. Yesterday I had fun. I went to the Kansas City Renaissance Festival. If you're not familiar with that, it's like a little time traveling experience. Kind of go back in time. Everybody dresses up, and they have like turkey legs and all kinds of stuff. Games. It's a festival. They did jousting. We watched a jousting event, so it was a good time. But it put me it pushed me into today for my thrift haul, which is fun. Okay, I am going to dry this up with my heat gun. If you were watching last week, I grabbed my heat gun and burnt the crap out of myself. Fortunately, it was on like a calloused part of my hand, or it could have been worse. Stephanie, I did not dress up. I don't have the full garb. I probably could have just thrown on something fun, but the girl I went with did. She was adorable, like a wig and an outfit and makeup and everything. And Elena got her face painted, but I wanted to go into all the little shops and buy like the entire outfit, but I'm like, I don't need another hobby. I've been going to this Renaissance festival since I was like a teenager. And it's always fascinated me, but I've never bought the clothing. It's expensive. Yeah, the dresses from back then. It's so fun. I wish I was having so much fun. I barely got any pictures or footage, which is good. That's the way it's supposed to be. But I wish I would have got more pictures to share with y'all. I'll have to go again next year and get better pictures. Stephanie says she hadn't seen anybody around her area that offers the IOD. She should check it out. Girlfriend, do it. It's a great selling product line, I know that much. So you see as this paint's drying, it is lightening up quite a bit. A chalk and clay-based paint will definitely do that. When I go to seal it, it will darken up again a little bit. And then it will dry kind of somewhere in between the two. Now, I am going to put my transfer on over the paint that is not sealed. Best practice is to seal your paint first. I never do it. Just FYI. What did y'all do this weekend? Are we into any fun fall activities where you're at yet? I need to go to the pumpkin patch soon, and I need to buy an outfit for Halloween. I can't believe it's October 2nd already. It's crazy. And then it's time for me to start really getting into some Christmas DIYs and start planning for my Christmas decor this year. I will go ahead and decorate for Christmas probably at the very end of this month. Stephanie's working on her wand for her witch's outfit. I love that. I love it, I love it. Alright, so we got one coat of paint on. I'm going to do like another half-ish coat to just cover up a couple of the spots where I didn't get quite full coverage. I don't know exactly where I'm going to be putting this transfer, so I do want to have good coverage over this. I might end up doing a little wet distressing too. I really don't know. We're just going to play. I'm using one of my Klingon brushes. This is the F40. So F stands for flat, 40 stands for 40. Be careful when you're heat gunning metal things because they will get hot, obviously. The inside of this is not bad. I've been very, very cautious since I burnt myself last week. I'm so glad. I was proud of myself for not cussing on my live. It hurt pretty good. I held it together. Oh, Becky's prepping signs for a Saturday workshop. Oh, amazing, Becky. What kind of signs are you making? I've never done a workshop or a local class. That would really be something I would love to do. There's just never, ever, ever enough time. Ever. Tomorrow I have a haircut that snuck up on me. I just got an email today. So the plans I thought I had for tomorrow. Oh, I need to email my trainer. It's right in the middle of my personal training session, of course, because I scheduled it 6 months ago. Anyways, I have a haircut tomorrow, and then I'm going to build some stuff. I'm going to build some wood stuff, do some projects. Get a DIY video up Tuesday, I promise. It was supposed to be a DIY video tonight, and I just ran out of time. So I kind of ended up just doing 2 coats on this. There were more splotchy parts than I realized. Okay, let's dry it up. Sherry helped gather donations to send to people north of me in Fort Myers, Florida. Thank you so much, Sherry. Tanya should be going to the barn to feed the calves, but she's stalling. I feel that. Becky watered and fed her chickens earlier. Sounds like a pretty low-key weekend. We've had beautiful fall weather here. Chilly in the mornings and in the evenings, sunny during the day. The only annoying part about that is you gotta like wear a sweater in the morning and then you're sweating by the afternoon. Layers. Oh, nice. Becky's making huge wood welcome signs. I love that. Some porch sitters, I'm assuming. I will paint the back of this off camera. I think I'm going to leave the inside of it plain black. If I don't like the way it looks when I'm staging, then I'll paint the inside. But I don't think I need to. Oh, hey, Tiffany. First time she's catching me live. Welcome. You catch the replay for the haul if you'd like. You did miss that part, but I'm working on a little project here, so join us. Nothing like watching paint dry. Okay, so like I said, I'm about to put this transfer on. The directions recommend that you seal your paint and, you know, let it cure up, dry up, whatever, for the recommended amount of time. I have put an IOD transfer over dry DIY paint many times without problems. So y'all do that at your own risk. I'm gonna put that way back there so I don't grab it. Sorry, I've got this hair that's driving me crazy. All right, so this isn't gonna fit on there. Actually, it will. It'll fit on there pretty darn good. I thought I was gonna have to cut it up a little bit. We're gonna put it on and then, let me see. Should I fold it over the edges? Or should I cut it? Do you guys think I should wrap it around the edges? Or do you think I should cut it to fit the shape here? Usually I wrap, but I'm thinking on this one I almost want to make it do just, I'd make it be just on the front. My words are not working. Wrap? Sue says wrap. Okay, let's wrap it. All right, wrap it. Okay, we're gonna wrap it. If I cut it, I'm not really gonna be able to save those pieces, so. All right, let me I'm gonna try to come around the front here so y'all can see how I do this. Let me move this. I already spilled this gray paint once, about half an hour before I was live, all over the floor. That was fun. That's why I just dipped my brush in it, because it's already got dirt. It's fine. Okay. So we're going to take this off of the backing, and it's got a nice grid line on it. Now, as soon as I put this down, I'm going to be pretty committed. So I'm going to hover over the top here for a second, figure out exactly where I want it. Good. Haha! And then we'll lay it down. Like so. Ooh, do I have a transfer stick? I don't think I do. I'm going to use my Cricut scraper. So the IOD transfers come with a plastic stick that you do this with, but I don't know where mine is, so I'm just going to use my Cricut thing. Hey, Jane. She says she is late to the party. Yes, ma'am. I already showed my haul, so you'll have to catch the replay on that. But I didn't want to miss my live this weekend, so I just hopped on late. Alright, so I've got my little Cricut tool here, and now I'm just starting to rub over the top. I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen transfers from most of our favorite creators. But as I rub over the top of this, it's going to start releasing that transfer from the plastic backing and start transferring it on to my planter. As it starts to pull away from the plastic and stick, it usually changes color and becomes a little bit lighter. So you can tell. Okay, now to wrap this one, it's going to be a little different than normal. I'm going to take my scissors and cut in towards the planter and wrap it section by section. So now that it's cut here, I can kind of press the side down when I'm ready. Oh. Whoops, don't do that. Stephanie says she has a vintage suitcase that's wood, and she's going to be using the transfers from that book. This is the ephemeral pack. Okay, so that totally just broke my transfer off and like put a little hole in it. I did not mean to do that. I was not paying attention. But I can save it. I'm going to do a couple more cuts right here on the side. That way I can push down on that section. See how that's working when I make the cuts. Sorry, Jane, I scared me too. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to holler. Jane, you missed most of this replay, but I'm tired. This is why I never go live this late. Oh, sorry, I definitely scared myself. Be aggressive, be aggressive. That's right, Stephanie. Oh, y'all. You come here for the mess, I know. The craft show. So now again, I've got another cut here, and I can just work down little by little on this transfer. Sorry, I keep slipping. This, I would say that the enclosed sticks that they use for the transfers work better than this because this is so slippery. Oh, if y'all could see me in real life, you think this is funny. I wish I had the camera rolling on me all the time. The other day, I fell twice and hit my knee at the antique mall all in one day. I didn't hurt myself. I mean, that hitting my knee hurt, but falling didn't hurt. I was just clumsy, I guess. Focus. All right, if you really take your time, be careful. You can even wrap these letters. So close. Got it. Okay, and then right up here. Oof, oof, oof. This might be one of the trickier things I've transferred. But I will say these IOD transfers work well. Jane says she's tired too. It's almost 9:30. Girl, I feel you. I'll be going to bed after this and cleaning up in the morning. My kid's been staying up later than me. Okay, I'm going to make a few more cuts down the side. This is working really well, so if you're ever having a tricky time wrapping your transfer over the edge, this little cut trick is doing the trick. I'm really glad we went with the gray. It's a really fun look. Ooh, this is going to be even good for Christmas. The red and green over the neutral gray. I was thinking about putting, I've got last year's Christmas transfer by IOD. I was thinking about doing that, but I really wanted these to be something you could use year round. We're going to start Christmas this week. Oh, I did it again. Sorry, Jane. Oh, 47 people are putting up with me tonight. Thank you guys. Almost got this on here. And we'll seal this one up, and then I'm going to do the other one off camera. I'll take some pictures of them tomorrow. We'll put them up in community so y'all can see them. Oh, and then you know what I decided? Okay, last week I did my my haul video. I said I was going to do a giveaway for my sleep mask, but I said I was going to do it over on Facebook. And then a couple of people commented that they don't have Facebook. So then I felt like that really wasn't fair since I talked about it on YouTube. So that's going to be a YouTube giveaway after all. And I'm going to get that up this week too. So stay tuned for that. I'll put a post about that up in community as well. But I realized, like, if I'm going to talk about it on YouTube, I should probably do it on YouTube. Oop, that only seems fair. Okay, so here, now that I've got it worked down the sides, in fact, I'm going to go ahead and do all of the sides. Finish the sides off. So you see, this really sticks to the unsealed paint pretty good for me. Okay, so now that I've got all the sides done, all I've got left is this top piece. I'm going to do a method that's called riding the wave. So we'll lift that little back piece of plastic. I've got most of it already like halfway attached, right? So now we'll just lift this plastic and go down quickly. And oh, that's gorgeous. I've got a little blank space at the top and bottom. I might see if I've got a couple of random scrap cuttings left of words that I can put up there maybe, or I might leave it. Okay, so now I'm going to burnish my transfer. I'm just going to rub over and smooth it all down. So here I've just got a clean cloth. And that's just making sure that it's all stuck. And if there is any of that little, is it called the halo? The little bit of transfer sticker part that goes around the image. If any of that is showing when you do this burnishing, it usually disappears all the way. Oh, it's okay, Elaine. Elaine says she's late. She had company stop by. Yes, please catch the replay, Elaine. I had a really big, fun haul, and this little project came out pretty darn cute. Alright, so that's burnished down. Now, I think I am going to do the tiniest bit of wet distressing. So since DIY paint is water soluble until it's sealed, you can use a wet rag and rub off some of that paint to distress it. Jane says she always manages to get some of the transfer stuck to her nail polish. I am transfer free right now. So a little bit of water here on my rag, and then I am just going to go right along where there's some edges and corners and bring back a little bit of that black. Just a little bit. Elaine, if you're still on, I don't know if you stayed on at all, but there's a couple of cat items up this evening. okay. A little bit up there, a little bit down here on the finial bottom, or whatever that bottom piece is called. And I feel like a real professional tonight. A little bit on each side. Cool. Becky said she got transfer all over her left hand Friday. I think it's a pretty common thing. I usually end up stuck with pieces of it, stuck to the bottom of my foot, because as I'm cutting it and stuff, the scraps fall on the ground. That's where I always have it. You're still here, Elaine. Awesome. I just wanted to say I put up a couple of cat things. I know you love your cat items. Oh, and then Elaine, I got your message earlier about the tiny little wood pieces. If I find any more, I will for sure let you know. Those were super cute. Y'all know I love tiny anything. Okay. Little tiny bit of wet distressing. And to seal this bad boy up, we are just going to use some DIY clear wax. And I'm going to go right over the whole transfer with it. Okay, what is going on with my hair is getting crazy. Oh. It's okay. So I like to take my clear wax out and work off the lid. That way I don't get colored paint. This is going to be good all sealed up. I thought so too. And I might even end up doing a little bit of black wax on it. We'll see. But I don't like to do black and dark wax usually until the paint is dry again. Especially when it's like gray paint and stuff like this, because it's hard to see exactly where it's going to go. Yes, this is a big improvement. I did not hate the black and gold that this was before. I love black and gold together, but it was really scratched up. And this is just gorgeous. So just applying a thin coat, you can see again, like I said, it's going to darken up a little bit when you seal it. And then it will lighten back up a bit as it dries. You can see some tonal variations there in my paint. That is because I did not put an even coat on at all. So it's soaking into the thinner coats, or the thinner coverage parts a little bit faster than the darker coverage parts. But as it dries, that will even out. That's called the wax freak out factor. There are certain colors that do it worse than others. But if you're new to DIY paint, do not fear. You can also use a rag. You can also use a rag here to do your waxing. And you can see that as I'm waxing, I'm pressing a little bit, giving it some pressure, and it's not pulling my paint back off, even though I just painted this. Love my DIY waxes. Feels pretty slippery over that transfer, but I still like to put the wax over it because after, a week, especially, it's really going to cure up hard. After 30 days, it's completely cured up. Dry to the touch after about 24 hours. Jane says it's really pretty. Thank you. Nice picks on the color and the transfers. It would have looked really good against black too, but I wanted to do something a little different. And right here where the wording is, you can see like in between the letters, there's the little bit of stickery stuff that goes around the transfer, which kept the paint lighter right there. So that really helps that wording pop. That worked out perfectly. Janine said it would look pretty in her Gothic Halloween decor. Girlfriend, I didn't even think about that. With the roses. Yes. I don't know if it's still available or not, but it is already up on my site. Listed to be painted. Or Janine, are you the one that said you have the same set? I don't know if that was you or somebody else. I can't remember now. But you could always do yours up the same way. So again, there's kind of that wax freak out factor tonal effect, but it will even out. You can already see it starting to dry up down here. So I am going to dry this up overnight. I'm going to make the little one match. I do believe, let me show you which one I was thinking I would put on it. 1 second. Don't hit your head. Is this the same exact one? No, it's a little bit different. Ba-dow! So this one will get painted up the same way. I probably actually will not paint the back of them since they're going to hang against the wall. I don't want that paint to transfer against your wall, but I will clean this up. Get all that paint mess off of there. No, Janine, it wasn't you, sorry. It was somebody else who said it. But you could grab this one. Aw, Simply Blessed Craft said, gorgeous as usual. Your stuff is always pretty. Thank you, thank you. All right, y'all. I'm going to go. I'm beyond tired. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me on my little slap happy Sunday haul. I'm going to drop everything here in the comments one more time, the haul for you. And I will be back on Tuesday with an edited video, I promise. I'm going to hop off and I'm going to try to finish up my reel that I started this morning. It is the white chicken chili that I made today. It was really good. So if y'all are needing recipe ideas, you can watch out for that here in an hour or so. All right, y'all. I dropped it one more time. Everybody's saying goodbye. Thanks for joining me. I appreciate it. Bye, friends.